fight without my minions
are gonna survive together.
In a place like hell, there are often moments when coexisting with fellow sinners and demons becomes difficult, with sinners trying to escape their contracts and others having rivalries that date long before the Hazbin Hotel opened. There are bound to be fights throughout hell. While fighting within the hotel doesn't reach the same extremes as elsewhere in the Seven Rings, even the residents are keen to solve their problems one way. With tensions high in hell, it seems that fighting among the demons will be inevitable in the second season. Today, we will list our top 5 predictions on which characters are most likely to spar and what will bring them to their breaking points. Number 1. Vox and Alastor. From the beginning of the series, the rivalry between Vox and Alastor is tense. Their issues date back to before the radio demon took his 7 years away from the spotlight, but even after all that time, Vox hasn't let his grudge go. We quickly find out in Radio Killed the Video Star that Vox is upset because he invited Alastor to join his team and work with the V's. Alastor turned down his offer, starting their long, drawn-out hatred of each other. As the story progresses, the tensions between the V's and Alastor only worsen, causing them to send Sir Pentious in as a spy. Their plan doesn't go as well as the V's expected, and Pentious betrays them to become the first resident to join the hotel with Charlie. Sir Pentious's betrayal causes their tensions to reach a breaking point, to where in The Show Must Go On, the V's are thrilled Alastor is missing and plan to take control of hell with him finally out of the picture. Although the V's had their suspicions about Carmilla knowing more about the angels and what she was letting on, once they find out the entire truth, we are sure they would control Alastor and the rest of the residents at the hotel. Since it's Alastor's job to take care of the place, his loyalties lie with Charlie and not his fellow overlords. The second season of Hazbin Hotel is sure to feature a fight between the leader of the V's and Alastor, and although he nearly lost against Adam, Vox seemingly doesn't stand a chance against the radio demon.
We need someone who Little Miss Bleeding Heart would take in.
Number 2. Lucifer and Alastor. When Charlie chose to start her hotel and pursue her dreams of rehabilitating souls to ascend to heaven, she didn't have any help. The only person we see supporting her dreams is her girlfriend Vaggie. And although the two of them seem able to tackle the world together, Charlie struggles to see through her dream without a bit of help. When Alastor shows up to help, he takes on the role of a friend and supports Charlie's dream despite his opinions that the hotel won't succeed. Naturally, Charlie learns to depend on Alastor over time, making him her trusted confidant until her father returns. When Lucifer shows up to help his daughter tackle her dream and contact heaven and Dad Beat Dad, it's too little too late, and the tensions between them are heavy. As they try to mend their relationship, Alastor steps in to support Charlie, someone he claims he views as a daughter he never had. Their bond doesn't sit well with Lucifer, which sparks a rivalry between the two men going forward. Alastor remains at Charlie's side to help her prepare for war, and when he disappears, her father fills in the gap and saves his daughter's life. Since both men live inside the hotel now, we can expect to see issues between them when the series continues. Arguing about what goes on inside the hotel is to be expected, but we can even expect to see a real fight break out sooner or later. With them both fighting for Charlie's approval, one will have enough eventually and take things into their own hands. Although none of their fighting is what Charlie wants to see, and she will likely voice her disapproval of their arguments, we can only hope the girl can keep both of them in her life.
I am happy to fulfill her bizarre requests.
Oh. Thank you, Alastor.
Number 3. Lilith and Lucifer. Since the show's start, we know that Charlie is the daughter of Lucifer and Lilith, the two demons cast into hell as it existed for them to rule over. After 7 years of her mother being gone, Charlie had pursued her dream in her way, without either of her parents' help. In Dad Beat Dad, it becomes apparent how rough things ended between the girl and her dad and how determined Lucifer is to fix things. Although fans continue to speculate where her mother was and what she was doing, the question remained throughout the series until the final episode. We only learn where her mother has been hiding after Adam's defeat, and it's been inside heaven. Although the only person to know the truth now is Lute, the first thing she does after Adam is defeated is go to the woman he had to deal with. She demands that Lilith take care of her daughter and her friends running the Hazbin Hotel, or she will throw her out of heaven. Since The Show Must Go On ends with the scene, it's still unknown whether or not Lilith will do what Lute demands of her, but if she does return to hell, it will most likely start problems. No one understands what happened to make Lilith and Lucifer split up, but since it has been so long, it will probably be tense when they meet again. Since their daughter is now living with Lucifer and her other friends, all of them would witness their family getting back together. Since we know Lilith wants to remain in heaven and Lucifer is staying in hell with his people and his daughter, they are sure to butt heads immediately. The separated couple could argue over how they think hell should be running, or a fight over their daughter could be more likely. Unfortunately, Lucifer and Lilith would put Charlie in the middle of their disagreement, but hopefully she will continue to place her dreams above her parents' approval.
What? No, the plan, Dad! When do you think about using the hotel to help sinners?
Number 4. Angel Dust and Valentino. After working for him for so long, it's apparent how tired Angel is of following Valentino's every order. His inner struggle is why he joins Charlie, and we see multiple times throughout the series how well he has changed himself. His improvement matches everything Adam and the other angels expect of him, but it also proves that he's more than what Valentino thinks of him. When Charlie decides to help her friend get out of work in Masquerade, she accidentally does more harm than good. Although Valentino seems nice enough to Charlie, it's apparent how badly he treats Angel when she's not around, and the same applies to his other staff. We see multiple times throughout the series when Angel returns to the hotel exhausted because of everything Valentino has made him do throughout the night. The first time we see Angel snap at him is in Welcome to Heaven, when he defends his friends and refuses to let his boss humiliate him outside the studio. Angel Dust changes the most out of any character from the beginning to the end of the first season, which is all the more reason for him to stand up to the overlord who owns his soul. Although there are only a few ways for him to break his contract, Angel has his friends to back him up if he ever does confront his boss again. Even if his fighting and struggle may end up in vain, it's just as crucial for his development for Angel to stand up to Valentino and finally give him a piece of his mind.
You know she can't do anything. I own you, or have you forgotten that?
Number 5. Carmilla and Velvet. The V's are a strong example of teamwork in the series, explaining why Velvet is determined to keep them on top and rule over Hell with her. Her determination to keep them one step ahead causes issues and scrambled eggs when Velvet confronts Carmilla on why she doesn't want to fight and suspects she knows more about the Angel's head than she is saying. In the same episode, we learn that Velvet's assumptions are correct. Carmilla did kill the Exorcist. Since Alastor and everyone inside the hotel know the truth now, it won't take long for the word to spread to all of Hell and for Velvet to learn that she managed to outsmart and outmaneuver Carmilla. Velvet's confidence and desire to take some of Carmilla's influence over the other overlords could lead to a fight between the two women. Additionally, Velvet has voiced her desire to start a war with Heaven, something Carmilla is desperate to avoid, which could become a major conflict between them. Like Vox and Valentino are fighting to keep their titles, Velvet wouldn't think twice about doing the same thing by going against Carmilla.
That was a productive meeting.
Fine. Safe travels back to the nursing home.
With tension so high throughout Hell, fighting is part of what the place is known for. Adam claims that everyone inside Hell deserves to be there because of the choices they have made and continue to make while living in the underworld. But what he doesn't see is why fights happen there and not in Heaven. Hell is an unfair place for people like Angel who are only looking to survive and get better. Charlie's Hazbin Hotel is trying to stop the unfair cycles from happening where she lives, but as we have seen, problems don't fix themselves with kind words and catchy songs. Sometimes fighting is the only way problems get resolved in places like Heaven and Hell.
Well, that's interesting. You, little egg creature, I have a job for you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
This is the only way they'll learn, Charlie.
No, it's not. There are other ways. It just takes time.